What's up, everybody? Good morning, good afternoon, good whatever it is to you. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm gonna finally get the TL back on the road. So no more being up on a jack stand and waiting for me to fix her. And she's dirty. Look at this. It's nasty. It's just filthy. So I finally got the control arms done. I've had them done for a few weeks. I just haven't put them on, but they're done and I'm gonna install them today. I'm gonna show you what the hellaflush mod looks like. So let me get those and I'll show them to you. All right, guys, so here we have Skunk2 upper control arms. Now, in order to get the mod that I wanted done to them, to allow me to run more negative camber, I had to take it to a machinist, and the machinist built me this little contraption. This is like, I guess, a bracket of sorts that you stick right in between the opening part of the control arm that you can actually bolt to keep it centered on the mill machine so that it can mill out exactly what I needed. And here's how I'm gonna show you. Here's how the jig works. So this opening on the bottom, this is cut precisely to fit in it snug so that it has no play. There we go. See, there's no play in it. There's no play side to side. It fits perfectly in there. It bolts directly to the mill machine, and that right there is where it cuts. See that? Perfect. And I needed it to go all the way to where these grooves are for one reason. The ball joint from factory, from Skunk2, is only allowed to sit one way. And that way only allows you to go up to maybe half a degree of camber, maybe one at most, probably not even. Mostly there to eliminate camber and run neutral settings. But in this case, I need a little bit of camber. So the ball joint is supposed to sit like so in here. And when you run it back, or when you ran it all the way, it only allowed you, but it only allows you that much. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the ball joint, flip it around, and now we're able to run all the negative cambers. All right, there's a few different things I got going on here that I want to show you guys before we get started. So when these get cut, this is just exposed metal. You don't want that to rust up in there. That's going to be a problem. So I went and got some VHT red paint and just put on a heavy coat. It's not the best paint job because I don't care and they're not visible, but it works. It gets it done, and I put it on both. Now also, the stock bolts to the ball joint, a lot of people question them because they go through and they sit flushed on the top, and that's where it stays. But these have a bad reputation of coming loose and falling out of the control arm themselves, which Loctite is a solution, but Loctite isn't gonna, you know, secure anything the best. So what I did, I went to my local hardware store and I got the exact same hardware, just in a longer millimeter size, so that I could lock it down on top with the nuts. So that way, if I use Loctite with these, I ensure they're not backing out. And let's see how they fit. What's going on, guys? I'm gonna interrupt this video real quick. It's currently 4:16 a.m. the next day, on my way to work, and I was having a conversation with Jonah last night. My buddy Jonah, it's Basics MT on IG, if you guys didn't already know who Jonah was. Good guy, great products. But I was having a conversation with him last night, and it dawned on me that I forgot to mention in the video the size hardware I used for the replacement hardware on the Skunk2 control arms. And it was, I just wanted to tell you guys, if you're looking to do the same thing, they're M6 by 1.0 Allen screw caps. And you're provided with Allen screw caps, but they're not long enough, for my opinion, because of people complaining that they slip out, or they tend to fall out. So I went with M6 by 1.0 Allen screw caps with a 35mm length. You could go 30 and make them a little bit shorter, but they don't bottom out on anything, so I don't know, I wasn't worried about the length. So I did that with some M6 flange nuts on the top, and that should allow me the stability I need for them to not fall out, theoretically. But I'll test it out. I'll be the guinea pig. Just know that that's the hardware I used. So back to the video. Alright guys, so here is what I did to solve that backing out issue. I know they're a little long, but I went and got new hardware, longer hardware, because the other ones sit flush at the top of here, and that's the problem, is they have nothing holding them up top. So I got longer bolts, and I got these nuts to hold them in, so they're tightened on both ends rather than just one, and I've got red Loctite on there. So, and I know what you're thinking, what about the top? Well, there's not much for it to bang up here, so if it does bang, it may be a little bit, slightly, if I hit like a stupid pothole or something, but other than that, I'm really not worried about it banging on top. So now that it's sitting back as far as I need it to go, it's just gonna go in here like so. I gotta put those two 14s back in on the back side, and then just put the top of the fork in the ball joint, and back down she goes. So let's get it. I had to take a break real quick. Give me a bang. I'm obsessed with these things. But alright, check it out, y'all. Final install. And if you've seen from before, it was poking out to here, even with the camber kit installed. And now it's giving me just enough negative camber. I didn't go excessive like some people do and cut out all the way out. So if you see mine's is cut to right here. Some people actually take it as far as cutting all the way down here and just leaving the edge. So I don't want to run a ton of camber. I don't want to run too much camber. I might have them adjusted a little more when I go to the alignment shop next weekend in preparation for the Kank run. But this is perfect. I lowered the coil a bit. I have basically one coil left on the front suspension, and this is sitting perfectly. The rear is perfect where I want it. The front is now actually exactly where I want it, because now I'm tucking tire just a bit where I'm not gonna destroy my fenders, you know what I mean? And it's still high enough. I can't go straight in, but I can go angled, but that's perfect. And for the low in the front, I'm getting the carbon lip. That's gonna lower me out in the front where I need it to be. But yeah, so you can see this is stock. You see how it still sticks out, it pokes out stock versus the Skunk2. Yep. So now all I gotta do to finish this up is take apart this side, put the Skunk2s in, and we're good for a test drive. So I'll catch y'all when I'm done. Let me finish this up real quick. Kind of hard to film with just myself here. Terry's out eating booty, like we like to say. So yeah, let me finish this up and then I'll get back to you guys. Alright guys, she's lowered and the fitment is done. No more poke. Look at that. No more poke. And it's looking good. I'm worried a little bit about my driveway, but we're about to test that. And that's how she's gonna sit. Oh yeah, that looks good. Yep. Perfect. Now I'm about to take it for a test drive. However, I cannot have, I can't film it because I don't have anybody here to help me film it. So I'm gonna take it for a test drive and then I'll let you guys know how it feels. All right guys, she needs a bath and an alignment ASAP, but it ran, it drove nice, and the stance is exactly where I want it. Slammed out, I get in and out of my driveway with no problem. Damn, she needs a bath. And I gotta finish the body work on the rear bumper, but that's like freaking perfect. There goes Skunk2 hellaflush mod. Gave me just enough camber that I needed. I gotta take it to the alignment shop, make sure they get it down exactly. And other than that, she's gonna be good to go. but it needs an alignment bad, like real bad. Like I'm not going nowhere unless it's to the alignment shop. That's how bad it is. So if I can't get it aligned before we go to the Kank run, well then I'm gonna just drive with Terry. But other than that, it's getting there, boys. It's getting there. Man, you ever just sit back and admire your car? That's what I do, because she looking good. But anyways, I'm gonna close this video out today. It's probably a short one. I just wanted to show you guys that I finally installed the hellaflush mod Skunk2 control arms. Look at the camber I was able to run. That's flushed. If that is flushed, that's flush feminine. And a lot of people were asking me if I'm running spacers. No, I'm not. These are 9x5, 18 9x5 plus 15, all around square setup, 235. What is it? 235 40 18 tire. So, and that's a square setup for you guys asking. But other than that, last piece of the puzzle for the front end, besides the carbon shark mouth and painting, is the carbon M4 front lip. Then I'll have to watch out getting out of my driveway, because that's gonna add at least 3 inches, maybe 2 to 3 inches. I'm lowered, so, but she's coming out. Anyways, thank you guys for the continued support. Thank you guys for everything. Just thanks for the love. You know, I definitely feel it. Terry feels it. Hey man, we're here, like I said, to help the community. You guys have any questions, anything you want to find out about this, just hit me up, DM me on Instagram, and I write back to mostly everyone. So sometimes it goes a little while before I respond because I'm kind of busy with life. But other than that, yeah, just hit me up if you guys have any questions. And until next time, peace out. See you in the next one.